Thanks everyone for coming out, and thanks for the signs. That's really good. I just want to thank Sarah again for that lovely introduction, and thank Colleen and Chris for emceeing last minute. I was gonna do a lot of prefacing, but I don't really feel like it. But I will say that this first thing I'm going to read is kind of an epigraph to the whole reading. It's an excerpt from a poem, a long poem called "Approximate Man" by the Dadaist poet Tristan Tzara, who's become incredibly big for me. So aside from that, there will be no prefacing, I promise. I shall slice the long net of the fixed gaze, and each word will be a spell for the eye, and from page to page, my fingers will know the flora of your body, and from page to page, the secret study of your night will be illumined, and from page to page, the wings of your word will be fans to me, and from page to page, fans to chase the night from your face, and from page to page your cargo of words at sea will be my cure, and from page to page the years will diminish toward the impalpable breath that the tomb already draws in. A play should cover a single physical space and should not attempt to compress geography, nor should the stage represent more than one place. Scene: the tundra, snow blowing horizontally, 2 water bottles, both blue, one darker blue, and the other lighter blue, are shuffling against the wind. Darker blue. We have only a few more steps, I swear. Lighter blue. You swore 5 minutes ago it was awful. There is nothing left here for us. Darker blue. Shall we rest for a bit? Time is on our side. Lighter blue. Time? Our side? What do these things even mean anymore? Look around you, sweet D. There is nothing here. Darker blue. There's us. Lighter blue. What's us? Darker blue. Well, it's what we contain. Lighter blue. I don't contain anything, sweet D. Nothing but this crystal clarity. You can see it right through me. Now, what's the use in that? Darker blue. Oh, L, you know how that kind of talk makes me feel. Let us just take a break right here. Trust me, time is on our side. We have all day. Darker blue tips over, wobbles for a second, then comes to rest. Come, L, join me. From here, the white is exhilarating. Lighter blue, tipping over. What's exhilarating anymore? Oh, nothing is. Lighter blue stops wobbling. Lighter blue and darker blue lie still together. Darker blue turns to lighter blue. Do you remember that time when we were in high school? And lighter blue. High school? What's high school? Darker blue. And we each held each other at the homecoming game. Home? Coming? Game? Who are you talking to? Please, you remember. Don't you remember? Please, Elle. I remember, and you were there. We were there. I remember, and so you have to remember. Somehow. Maybe in your bones. I don't have any bones. I know what you're talking about. Oh, Elle, at least pretend you can remember. Okay, sweet D, I remember. What of it? Remember the stars above the stadium lights? Sure. Remember how white and crisp they were? Like fresh lettuce, Elle. Fresh lettuce out of the fridge. Light blue is silent, still. Darker blue is wobbling. L? Darker blue again, wobbling harder. L? Pour 13 grams of solace onto the kitchen counter and coat well with hydrofluoric acid. Walk away distrusting your closest friend. Your most recent lover will do just as well. To avoid thinking about the smell, fill your backpack with ice and let it sit outside your front door. For 20 minutes, try as hard as you possibly can to tickle yourself in the mirror. Take the spoonful of cinnamon challenge and collect the resulting thoughts and tears in the 8-ounce mason jar marketed at the bottom of this website. After 28 days have passed, give the backpack to the first homeless woman you see. Dogs, no matter how much you love them, will not do. Ask for the homeless woman's finger in marriage, accept nothing less than her left thumb or pinky. Take the solace in hydrofluoric acid and rub it into your flexed elbow cracks and your pubic hairs. Coat well. There will be no pain for some time. Microwave nothing for 1 to 2 minutes, depending on weight. The hydrofluoric solace should be dry by then, and the wound should purple your finger like beets do. Garnish with 2 to 3 sprigs of fresh slapped mint and serve to either your closest friend or your most recent lover, or both. Heidegger had a baby once and tried to keep it a secret after the mother died. This was early in his life. His plan was ingenious, required his prowess for meteorology. A small blimp, a weather balloon essentially. Everything would float away and he could go back to saving the human race from its misperceptions of perception. Lots of blankets. Baby being is based in swaddling, a bottle big enough, milk warm enough, to travel past the mountain passes, cross the physical borders. Baby's being is also sleeping based. Sleep is like maybe a small death, where we are all headed. He didn't cry because it was the truth, being toward it, each of us inclined, even the babies, even the secret, even the blimp somehow. It all flew and floated as his schema and his research had hoped. And still he rubbed his mustache. It floated away and the baby was silent, and he rubbed his mustache and he rubbed his mustache. And there's the point where the blimp disappeared into the white sky, and he rubbed his mustache and he rubbed it some more. This place D.H. Varma is writing, nothing more than a play on Memphis, Memphis compressed and reshaped, Memphis played on. Loops of roads instead of ambling, half able, half wealthy, half poor thoroughfares. A riverbank, still, with a long and empty part and a dock for ships to take things away. A downtown by the river where suits bloat. The sky stays itchy there and here, and white girls woo, and black girls and brown girls watch. Then a midtown, the bellicose air of spices and sweat and mosquitoes. A figural Memphis, everything in real life more complicated than words on paper representing people playing words on paper, or in a movie, or a dramatization. Yeah, this is a play on Memphis. Memphis is everything, figuratively speaking. Perhaps on paper, Memphis can be a little more than nothing. Believe me, I'm a liar, an ironist, an idealist, a sycophant. Oh, which reminds me of that Midtown, where it's idealists and cyclists and musicians and filmmakers and writers and creaky apartments butt-fucked by train yards like veiny dicks protruding out of the pelvises of industrial complexes and warehouses housing mustiness, and folks who could really use this check right now, who must have that comes every 2 weeks. Fuck the classical unity, says this memfabulous, this quote-unquote fictional Memphis, this play Memphis, where a story is undulating and will ululate later on in stifling mugginess, in a made-up town that's perhaps not so fake, a town of pockets where nothing's all that well hid. Boob puffs dough real good. Bake for 10 days. Leave in yolks. Let the nip bleed a bit in it. Take a bite. Don't chew, just spit it back. Mix it up in a bowl. Take your time. Take your boob and press it to a book for 10 days. Put dough in fridge. Live life for 10 years. Come back. Go out. Come back and squeeze your boob for real till milk comes out. If not, try the dick. It will suck, but who cares? Hope for the boob, though. If not boob or dick, maybe lips. Sink some ships and fuck her. Then come back to the lips and give the boob, dick, lips, bread more puffs. But lips are tough, and so is bread. So just try it. And if it don't work, at least you will have had a boob or a dick or lips or yolks and the thought of bread. And that's good, right? His proper death. What would such an act require? Stars would have to be in a certain location. Snow would have to cover the field. He would have to write a letter to her and to him and then some more. Now, maybe just to him and her. He would have to purchase snow boots. He would have to make cornbread, incredibly spicy, 4 or 5 jalapenos, that and a chili, spicy chili too. He would have to buy more hot sauce. He would not have to worry about leaving the stove on or about leaving the baking pan half full. The ants and the roaches would take care of it. The cat would take care of the roaches and the ants. The birds would continue to entertain the cat. And there would be his footsteps out into the field. It would have to be in the middle of the shortest day of the year, and the light would have to be ice white. And the field would have to be completely empty, fresh snow touched by no one but himself. And then he would just have to lie down and keep his eyes open, or he would stop fighting that small fight, or he would just have to wait. Thank you.